वीडियो को हिंदी में देखने के लिए डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिए गए लिंक पर क्लिक करें। हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू जीटीसी क्लासेस। In this video, we are going to discuss the key concepts, standard symbols, basic terminologies, and standard formulae of the chapter. We are also going to solve a few representative examples. The most important part of the video is the discussion of the critical areas where most students commit their mistakes. So it would be a good thing if you note them down and made sure that you did not commit them. The word trigonometry can be broken down into three parts. Tri meaning three, gon meaning sided figure. This word we have used in the term polygon. And ometry meaning measurement of. So therefore, trigonometry meaning measurement of a three-sided figure. We obviously know a three-sided figure is a triangle. But the only triangle that matters in trigonometry is a right angle triangle. No other triangle works for trigonometry. And even in a right angle triangle, we have to be very specific about the perpendicular and the base that we choose. But we obviously know that in a right angle triangle, we can always find the hypotenuse by locating the 90 degree, and the side opposite to the 90 degree is the hypotenuse. But in this chapter, perpendicular or base are switchable. So if you want to choose a particular side as perpendicular or base, it completely depends on the angle which is concerned. The angle is symbolized using the Greek letter theta. So if this green angle, that is theta, is chosen, then the perpendicular will be the side opposite to this angle, that is this side, and automatically the third side will become the base. But if this blue angle has been chosen as the angle, or it is given in the question, then this side will become the perpendicular and the remaining side will become the base. So you need to be very specific about which angle is given in the question, and accordingly you have to choose the perpendicular and base. The terms used in trigonometry are sine theta, cosine theta, tangent theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, and cotangent theta. But we generally use the abbreviations of these terms. So the abbreviation of sine theta is written as sin theta, but it is pronounced as sine theta only. It is not pronounced as sin theta. So do not pronounce it as sin theta. It is sine theta only. Cosine theta is pronounced as cos theta. Tangent theta is pronounced as tan theta. Cosecant theta is pronounced as cosec theta. Secant theta is pronounced as sec theta. And cotangent theta is pronounced as cot theta. Also, you need to remember that sine theta does not mean sine into theta. So if there is a term that sine x plus sine y, so you cannot simply say that I will take sine common and the answer is sine x plus y. No, this is not right, because sine x is a single term. It is not composed of two different terms. Sine in itself has no meaning. There has to be an angle associated with it. So therefore sine x and sine y are two different terms. Also, you need to remember that sine square theta simply means sine theta whole square. So basically this is just a short way to write it. So we just write it in this format, but the meaning remains the same. It will not change. It does not mean sine into theta. No, there is no multiplication between sine and theta. The only thing it says that we find out the value of sine theta and square it. That is the only thing that this conveys. In the list of trigonometrical formulas, the first formulas are T ratios. To remember the formulas of T ratio, we remember a poem, that is, some people have curly brown hair turning permanently black, where the first letter symbolizes something. What is the symbols? Sine theta equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Sine theta equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos theta is equals to base by hypotenuse, curly brown hair. Tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base, turning permanently black. And we also need to remember that the other three ratios, that is cosec theta, is the reciprocal of sine theta. That means cosec theta is equals to hypotenuse by perpendicular. Sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. That means sec theta is hypotenuse by base. And cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. That means cot theta is equals to base by perpendicular. So there comes the relation, reciprocal relationship. That is sine theta is equals to 1 by cosec theta. Similarly, cosec theta is equals to 1 by sine theta. Cos theta is equals to 1 by sec theta. Sec theta is equals to 1 by cos theta. Tan theta is equals to 1 by cot theta, and cot theta is equals to 1 by tan theta. The next relationship is basically called quotient relationship. Here tan theta is equals to sin theta by cos theta, and cot theta is obviously the reciprocal of tan theta, that is cos theta by sin theta. Obviously the names of the relationship is not important. We just tell you the name so that it becomes easier to segregate, divide and learn. But it is okay if you can learn everything properly, you can remember the formulas properly, you do not need to remember the names. It is not required. All you need to do is remember the formulas properly. Next part is finding the value of standard angles. 5 standard angles are provided to us: 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. You always need to remember the values of these standard angles for sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta and cot theta. So basically you need to remember this table. But obviously remembering a table is a bit difficult task. So most people try to recreate the table. I strongly advise against it. During the exam, this particular portion will weigh maximum 1 to 2 marks. So therefore reconstructing the whole table is a waste of time. You should know how to create the table and only create those values that are required in the question. So for example, if I am required to answer the value of cos 30 degree, then I'll only focus on cos 30 degree and not all the other values. But before going there, you need to remember 2 set of values. That is the values of sin theta and the values of tan theta. I call it the 5-finger rule. So basically you need to remember the values on your fingers. So the first value is 0 degree, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. And for tan theta, the values are 0, 1 by root 3, 1, root 3 and undefined. If you remember these values for sin theta and tan theta, then you can recreate any part of the table that you like at any point of time. So to create cos theta, the row of cos theta, you need to write all the values of sin theta in the reverse order. So basically 1, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and 0. So if I had to calculate the value of cos 30, I would have made a more or less basic structure, not proper lines, no display, nothing. Just for my understanding, I would have made a like of table, and then I would have seen that cos theta is basically sin, cos 30 is basically sin 60 degree. And the value for sin 60 degree is root 3 by 2. I would have simply put the value for root 3 by 2. I am not required to show the table. So therefore I do not need to reconstruct the whole table. The value of cosec theta is basically the reciprocal of the value of sin theta. So 0 is basically 0 by 1 and reciprocal of 0 is basically 1 by 0. And 1 by 0 is undefined because anything divided by 0 is undefined. So cosec 0 degree is basically undefined. And the reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2. Reciprocal of 1 by root 2 is root 2. Reciprocal of root 3 by 2 is 2 by root 3. Reciprocal of 1 is 1. Just like cos theta, we write the values of sec theta as the values of cosec theta in the reverse order. So the values are 1, 2 by root 3, root 2, 2, undefined. You can check these values are the reciprocal for the values of cos theta. And the values of cot theta can be written as the values of tan theta in the reverse order. So we can write undefined, root 3, 1, 1 by root 3 and 0. You can also check that these values are the reciprocal of tan theta. Now moving on to complementary relationships. Sin theta, sin 90 minus theta equals to cos theta and cos 90 minus theta equals to sin theta. If I take the value of theta as 60 degree, so you can see sin 60 degree is basically cos 90 minus 60, that is cos 30 degree. So you can see the value of cos sin 60 and cos 30 is same. This is how this reverse order has come into play. This shortcut has come into play because of complementary angles. Cosec 90 minus theta equals to sec theta and sec 90 minus theta equals to cosec theta. Similarly, tan 90 minus theta equals to cot theta and cot 90 minus theta equals to tan theta. Most of the part we have done in class 9, even identities, but the major focus for class 10 is based on identities. These were just like a refresher thing. They ask very little questions over them, but the questions are there, they can ask. Mostly the questions are asked using identities. So you need to be very thorough with identities. In general, there are only 3 trigonometrical identities. Sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Sec square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. And cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1. But I strongly advise that you should remember all these formulas which have been formed by just twisting the identities. That is 1 minus cos square theta equals to sin square theta. Because when you see a particular question in the exam, therefore it should strike in your mind that 1 minus cos square theta is sin square theta. Sometimes it happens that 1 minus cos square theta is there, but it does not strike. So to strike, you need to see and remember it properly. So if you learn them accordingly, then it will become easier for you to solve all the sums. So sin square theta is 1 minus cos square theta and 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta. Similarly, 1 plus tan square theta is sec square theta and sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosec square theta and cosec square theta minus 1 is cot square theta. So these are the identities. You need to remember all the formulas of trigonometry by heart, else it will become very difficult for you to solve the sums. Detailed explanation of every subtopic of trigonometry and lots of solved examples have already been covered and the videos are uploaded on my other channel. The links are given in the description. If you have still not made trigonometry your best friend, then it could be a bit problematic for you in the near future, because trigonometry forms a huge portion in class 11 and 12 mathematics. So if today you have not befriended trigonometry, then tomorrow trigonometry will have its revenge. Given A is an acute angle and 13 sin A is equals to 5. Evaluate 5 sin A minus 2 cos A whole divided by tan A. First thing we do is copy the given data. That is 13 sin A equals to 5, which implies sin A equals to 5 by 13. We already know that sin A is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Some people have. So perpendicular by hypotenuse is equals to 5 by 13. Since this is in a proportion, so therefore the numerator will be almost equal to the numerator and the denominator will be almost equal to the denominator, just only multiplied by a common factor HCF. So therefore we can take perpendicular equals to 5x and hypotenuse equals to 13x. So by Pythagoras theorem, we already know that hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. We substitute the value of hypotenuse and perpendicular. Then we get 13x whole square is equals to 5x whole square plus base square. That means 169x whole square. 169x square is equals to 25x square plus base square. So transposing 25x square on the left hand side, we get 169x square minus 25x square is base square. So logically base square is 144x square. So therefore base is equals to root over 144x. We have transposed the square on the right hand side and we get 12x. So therefore the value of base is 12x. Now in the question we need to find the value of three T ratios, that is sin A, cos A and tan A. Since the value of sin A is already been calculated, we need to calculate the value of cos A and tan A. So cos A is base by hypotenuse, that is curly brown hair, which is equals to 12x by 13x. X gets cancelled off and we get cos A equals to 12 by 13. Similarly, tan A equals to perpendicular by base, that is turning permanently black. So the value of perpendicular is 5x and the value of base is 12x. X and x again get cancelled and we have the value of tan A as 5 by 12. Now I substitute the value of sin A, cos A and tan A in the required expression. So 5 into the value of sin A, that is 5 by 13, minus 2 into the value of cos A, that is 12 by 13, and the whole divided by tan A, that is the value of tan A is 5 by 12. Now taking LCM of the numerator, we get 13 as the denominator. 5 into 5, 25, minus 12 into 2, 24. And the denominator gets reciprocal and multiplied by 12 by 5. So therefore 25 minus 24 is 1. So we get 1 by 13 is into 12 by 5, which is 1 into 12 is 12 and 13 into 5 is 65. So therefore 12 by 65 is our answer. Without using trigonometrical tables, evaluate 2 by 3 cosec square 58 degree minus 2 by 3 cot 58 degree tan 32 degree minus 5 by 3 tan 13 degree tan 37 degree tan 45 degree tan 53 degree tan 77 degree. We have to calculate the value of this expression. The question clearly states that you should not be using trigonometric tables. The trigonometric table that we did just a bit time before, that was not proper trigonometric table. That was just an extract of the trigonometric table. So basically from that table, you can put the value of tan 45. You do not have anything to fear. These are mostly the sums of complementary angles. So in complementary angles, the first thing that you should do is find the complementary angles. So find two angles which add up to 90 degree. So 58 degree and 32 degree add up to 90 degree. 13 degree and 77 degree add up to 90 degree. 45 degree, 37 degree and 53 degree add up to 90 degree. So once you have found the two complementary angles, your task is to grab one angle and change the other. So here I'll grab 58 and change 32. So I've copy pasted this. Now since I know tan theta equals to cot 90 minus theta, I have changed, used the formula and changed 32. This will become cot 90 minus 32, that is cot 58. So cot 58 into cot 58 will become cot square 58. Here tan 13 and tan 77. I'll grab 13 and convert 77. So tan 90 minus cot 90 minus 77, and in 37 and 53, I am grabbing 37 and converting 53. So therefore cot 90 minus 53. And tan 45 has the value 1. So I'll write tan 45 equals to 1 and tan theta equals to cot 90 minus theta. Now here I'll take 2 by 3 common. We'll get cosec square 58 degree minus cot square 58 degree. The benefit of this common is, since I already know the value of cosec square theta minus cot square theta is 1. So therefore this whole scenario will get eliminated. And here cot 90 minus 53 becomes cot 37 and cot 90 minus 77 becomes cot 13. Since cot theta is equals to 1 by tan theta, we can write cot 37 as 1 by 37 degree and cot 13 as 1 by 13 degree. Here tan 37 degree gets cancelled, tan 13 degree and tan 13 degree gets cancelled. So we have 2 by 3 minus 5 by 3. The LCM of this would be 3. So 2 minus 5 is minus 3 by 3, which is minus 1. So minus 1 is our answer. Prove that sin theta whole divided by sec theta plus tan theta minus 1 plus cos theta whole divided by cosec theta plus cot theta minus 1 is equals to 1. All the sums in trigonometry that require to prove something equals to something, general method is starting from LHS and reaching to RHS. So left hand side is equals to right hand side. That is the general trend. So we start from left hand side. We have sin theta whole divided by sec theta plus tan theta minus 1 plus cos theta whole divided by cosec theta plus cot theta minus 1. Since we have so many trigonometric ratios which are not compatible with each other, we try to make them compatible. The general formula, the general rule is to make or convert everything into either sin or cos. So we can convert sec theta is equals to 1 by cos theta, tan theta is equals to sin theta by cos theta, cosec theta is equals to 1 by sin theta, and cot theta equals to cos theta by sin theta, and copy paste everything else. Now in the first fraction, we take the LCM of the denominator. We get cos theta as the LCM. So in the numerator we get 1 plus sin theta minus cos theta, and the sin theta gets copied down. Similarly, cos theta gets copied, and in the denominator we take the LCM, we get sin theta as the LCM, and 1 plus cos theta minus sin theta as the numerator. So this fraction in the denominator gets reciprocal, and we have sin theta cos theta in the numerator. Similarly, here also we have sin theta cos theta in the numerator. Now, since the numerator is looking pretty similar, exactly equal, we try to make the denominator also very similar to it. So 1 plus sin theta minus cos theta. Now I can see that sin theta is positive here and cos theta is negative. But in this fraction, cos theta is positive and sin theta is negative. So to make them similar, I take minus common. So we have 1 minus in bracket sin theta minus cos theta. Now sin theta is positive in both the cases and cos theta is negative in both the cases. You can see this looks like 1 plus something, 1 minus something. So that is a plus b, a minus b. Now I take sin theta cos theta common just for easiness and copy the rest thing down. Now I take LCM of the fractions in the bracket. I have 1 plus sin theta minus cos theta into 1 minus sin theta minus cos theta in the denominator. That is a plus b into a minus b. That is a square minus b square. So 1 square minus sin theta minus cos theta whole square, and 1 minus sin theta minus cos theta plus 1 plus sin theta minus cos theta. Since both the terms inside the brackets are same, so we can cancel them out because one is negative and the other is positive. So 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. A minus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So sin theta minus cos theta whole square is equals to sin square theta plus cos square theta minus 2 sin theta cos theta. Rest everything is copied down. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So we replace sin square theta plus cos square theta by 1 and open the brackets. So we get 1 minus minus of minus plus 2 sin theta cos theta. So since 1 minus 1 is 0, so we get 2 sin theta cos theta in the numerator and 2 sin theta cos theta in the denominator. Since the numerator and denominator are same, we cancel them and we get 1, which is exactly the right hand side, which was required to prove. Understanding the procedure of how to solve the sum is the most important area in this chapter. The other areas where you can lose out a few marks are not huge. You need to just be careful so that you do not miss out on any marks. The first thing is, if you are doing any proving sum, then you must copy the left hand side as it is given in the question. The first step should be the question as itself, and then you start solving it. Do not simply start solving the question. And anywhere in trigonometry, whenever you are solving a sum and wherever you are using a trigonometrical formula, you should always write the trigonometrical formula. It is always required to show which trigonometrical formula you have used. It happens that while you are solving a sum, it breaks your flow just to write those particular formulas. So what I prefer is, if it is breaking your flow, then solve the whole sum and then simply revise it so that you can place the trigonometrical formula at the appropriate places. Nobody will know what step you did before and what step was done afterwards. So all it matters is that they are at the proper place. And as always, you should always remember where to use which equals to and where to use which implies. If you do not understand that concept, you lose quite a few marks. Prove that 1 plus cos theta minus sin square theta whole divided by sin theta in brackets 1 plus cos theta is equals to cot theta. So LHS is equals to 1 plus cos theta minus sin square theta whole divided by sin theta into 1 plus cos theta. Since the value of sin square theta is 1 minus cos square theta, we did it in identities. So we replace sin square theta by 1 minus cos square theta. Rest everything gets copy pasted. 1 minus cos square theta is basically 1 square minus cos square theta, which symbolize a square minus b square. So we can break it into a plus b into a minus b, that is 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Now we have in the numerator a binomial expression which has two terms. So in both the terms you can see 1 plus cos theta is common. So we take 1 plus cos theta common. If we get in the numerator 1 plus cos theta in brackets 1 is remaining from the first term minus 1 minus cos theta remains from the second term. Since both numerator and denominator have 1 plus cos theta, 1 plus cos theta gets cancelled off. And if we open the brackets, we get 1 minus 1 minus of minus plus cos theta divided by sin theta. 1 minus 1 is equals to 0, that is cos theta divided by sin theta, which is equals to cot theta equals to RHS, proved. If the video was helpful, please hit the like button and also share it with your friends so that it can reach to the maximum number of people. If you still have any confusion about the chapter or there are certain sums that you are not able to solve, do mention them below so that I can help you solve them. Also, do subscribe to the channel by clicking on the icon and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you never miss any of my updates.